All right, so today we're going to talk about a problem that there's a good chance you have, that I've definitely had, that I have finally solved. And this is something that I've gone to, I don't know how many times I go to it, then I quit, and then I go again, and finally I've gotten to the point where I'm addicted. Now I gotta say, if you wanna feel more energized, if you wanna feel less stressed, and you wanna have more confidence in your life, this is something you need to get addicted to sooner than later. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what it is, but you have to promise not to leave once you hear it if you don't really like the answer. You gotta hear me out, all right? You promise? Don't be one of those people. All right, so here's the answer. You ready? Going to the gym and working out. Wait, you promised. Don't go leaving. You gotta hear me out. If you are anything like me, then you've joined a gym before, you've gone for a month, maybe 2 months, and then you quit. Something happens, I don't know, you miss a couple days, and you're like, yeah, you know what, I'm fine. But think about it. Think about New Year's Eve, right? If you're looking at Times Square in New York City, what is everybody wearing? It's the best marketing scheme ever in the history of marketing, I think. They're all wearing Planet Fitness gear. Why? Because Planet Fitness knows that people want to make a fresh start in the beginning of the year and they want a gym to join and they're going to look for a Planet Fitness near them. That's great. That's a great marketing idea. But what Planet Fitness, I'm sure, also knows better than anybody else is they know that most of their customers are going to quit within 4 to 6 weeks. That's just what happens with New Year's resolutions. So this isn't about marketing. They can figure out how to retain their customers. But the truth is, you and I know that we join gyms and then we quit. So another problem we have that I've done as well is I'm just like, you know what? I can run around my neighborhood or I can work out in my garage. I'm going to share with you the workout I do. Not that you need to do it, but it's really worked for me. And I do think it's part of what has gotten me addicted. But honestly, I can do it right here in my home. I can do it right here if I wanted to and really just have about 8 square feet around me and I'm fine. And I don't even need a lot of equipment for it. In fact, I decided a while ago I was going to buy like some of those foam mats and put them in my garage and I would just work out there. I'm not going to waste the money on a gym. But you know what happened? Either it gets too hot or too cold, or I don't know, there's bees in the garage. Yes, it's actually a problem that we have and bees freak me out. And then I don't work out. And there's something to actually paying money that gets you to do something. I mean, think about diets as well, right? If you tell yourself, I'm going to go on a diet and I'm going to eat better, it doesn't last very long. But when you buy some Nutrisystem or Weight Watchers, or I actually did Noom, and I'm still doing Noom for a little while, it actually gets you to stay on that diet longer because you're sacrificing something for it. And for me, the same is true for going to the gym. If I'm not paying for it, I'm probably not going to go consistently. Even though paying doesn't really solve everything, it gives me a little bit of motivation to go there because I know I'm sacrificing something for that time in the gym. What I would do so many times is I would look up some workout online, or I'd just kind of know I want to have bigger arms, bigger legs, whatever it is. And I'd go into the gym and just work out those things, or I'd follow some workout online, or I'd go on the treadmill or something like that for a while. And the thing is, I didn't really see a whole lot of results and I'd get burned out after a while and I would quit. Now, I gotta say too, I'm not addicted to the gym, but I am addicted to working out. And I really mean habit. It's not really an addiction. Maybe it is an addiction, because there certainly are some chemical things that happen in your body that make you feel good and take away the stress. So I don't know. You can interchange those words, habit or addiction. But whatever it is, I've finally gotten to the point where I'm compelled to go 3 days a week. Now, what I've found has worked for me, and I know that there's people that are all into, working out that will disagree with this, but I do the same workout Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I could do it in about 30 minutes. Usually I take about 50 minutes because I do some treadmill to kind of warm up and cool down. But if I was in a rush, I could get it done in 25 or 30 minutes. And the thing is, it's a full body workout. I could do it in one spot with just 3 pieces of equipment. Now, this channel is certainly not a fitness channel. I'm not going to be doing all these fitness videos. It's about purpose, value, confidence, all leading to more joy in your life. And working out is about confidence. If you lack self-confidence or you just need more confidence in your life, working out is, I think, probably the best place to start because it's something that you have pretty much complete control over. And if you can develop the habit of getting there, you're going to see results. And the more you see even just a little bit of results, the more confident you're going to get. I mean, there's absolutely a connection in the way we view ourselves and the confidence that we radiate towards everybody else. Now, chances are over, 3, 4, 5 months, other people probably aren't seeing those results as much as I am. But for me, that doesn't really matter what other people think. It makes me feel better that I can feel like I'm getting healthier. Now, for me, there's a little bit more motivation than just going to work out and feel confident. Diabetes runs in my family. My dad, by the time he was, I think, his late 30s, had already contracted diabetes, was taking insulin, and I just don't want to be there. I never want to get to that point. And I've certainly surpassed him at this point where I haven't gotten diabetes, but it's constantly on my mind. I want to be somebody that stays healthy enough to not become diabetic, because I've kind of seen some of the devastating effects, and it's something that motivates me to kind of keep control of my health. Now, I'm far from perfect. In fact, not long ago, I was looking up kind of what the right BMI is for me. So I'm about 5'9", and I average about between 175 and 179 pounds. And where I want to be is about 172. That's kind of my goal. I looked up the BMI online, and you know what it said my ideal weight was? I think it was between 132 and 148. I would have to eat just like one piece of broccoli every day for a year to get myself down to that weight. So I don't know where that comes from. I looked on multiple sites, and that's what it said. So forget that stuff. That can be very demotivating and kind of kill your confidence. But getting to the gym and seeing just slight results really do boost your confidence. So let me wrap this up with the workout I do and how you can get to the point where you're addicted. So I do sort of my own modification of a workout that I found on a website called Fit Father Project. And definitely check it out. There is some cost to it, but there's a lot of free PDFs that you can get from there. And I believe this workout is one of the free ones. I can't promise that, but I'm pretty sure it was. And it's called the Apex 10. Now, there's 5 different parts to this workout. I'm not going to go through and demonstrate. I'm just going to tell you what they are. And then if I can find the link to the PDF, or at least to the website, I'll put that in the description. I have paid for part of Fit Father Project, and there's some good stuff there. There's some good like diet and health tips as well. I didn't do the full-blown package, though. It's kind of like a funnel that you can fall into. But if you think it'll help you, go for it. They're not a sponsor. Trust me, I don't have any sponsors. But I did certainly find some benefits from their website and what they had to offer. So the workout is called the Apex 10. And I've seen a variety of these. It's called a pyramid workout, I believe is kind of what it's called. So there's 5 different movements in it. And I just need really 3 pieces of equipment. I use 2 25-pound dumbbells and a 35-pound kettlebell. And maybe that will increase over time. Hopefully it won't decrease, but that's what I've been using for at least the past couple months. I started a little bit lower than that when I first started, which was probably back in November of 2021. And just so you know, it is just about April 2022 right now. So that's how long I've been doing this. What is that? November, December, January, February, March, April. 6 months. Good math. But that really is kind of a testament to this, because I can't tell you the last time I went to the gym consistently for 6 months straight. So I have those 3 pieces of equipment, 2 25-pound dumbbells and 1 kettlebell. Now, the way the workout goes on Fit Father Project is you do kettlebell swings, which is kind of like between your legs, and then you go out like that. I know I should be doing that, but I definitely have some lower back issues. Not all the time, but I throw my back out pretty easily. And I know that's why they actually have you do this, to strengthen your back. But for me, anytime my back wasn't perfectly straight, I would hurt my back and not really throw it out, but it would put me out for about a week, and back pain is just the worst. So I actually stopped doing that, and I do curls for my first one. I do 25-pound weights, and I do curls. From there, I go directly into presses and overhead press, so just going straight up like that. The next one is I pick up the kettlebell, kind of hold it up here by my chest, and I do squats. Fourth is I get down on the ground on all 4s, and I use those dumbbells again, and I do rows. So rows are kind of like, your knees and your hands are on the ground. I pick up the dumbbell and bring it up to my side, and then the other one and bring it up to my side. Usually you see people doing this on a bench. I just do it from the ground. So it's a little bit of a less range of motion, but it still gets the job done. And then the last part is push-ups. Now, the way this workout works, which I think is what makes it so motivating, is you start at 1, you do 1 rep of each of those, then you do 2, then you do 3, and you keep going and going. Now, I do this up to 8. I think you're supposed to do 10 because it is called the Apex 10. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I could use lighter weight and do that, but for me, I kind of like using the heavier weight and working my way up there. I have gotten to 9 before, and I'm telling you, it's really hard once you get there and then go back down again. But for me, it's very mental, and so I go at this with, I do the 1, 2, and 3 right away, basically with no breaks in between. I do 1 of each, then 2 of each, then 3 of each. Then after that, I take like a 30-second break, take a drink of water, and then I'm right on to 4, take a drink of water, 5, drink of water, all the way up to 8. And what I do is at 8, I have a little more of a break. That's usually when I take my water bottle, go over and fill it up again. So that's about a 1 to 2 minute break. And then I go back down. So then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the nice thing about this is there's a peak that's pretty hard, but you know as soon as you get there, it's going to start getting a little bit easier as you go. Now the way down is pretty hard, but by the time you get to 4 or 3, you can pretty much just cruise through it. And what I really like about this workout is you just don't even need to think about it. You just go in and do it. I know exactly what I'm going to do every day. And yes, it's true, if you're just going to spend a day on shoulders and arms, maybe you'll bulk up a little more. For me, bulking up isn't really the goal. I just want to be fit, I want to lose some weight, I want to gain some strength, and I want to not get diabetes. And I can tell you, something I'm going to do, I was thinking about this before, on my Instagram page, it's just the Jeff Bruce... No, it's the Jeff Bruce vlog. Even though this isn't really a vlog, but the Jeff Bruce wasn't available. Somebody else got it. I guess another Jeff Bruce. But on my Instagram, the Jeff Bruce vlog, what I'm going to do, and I've done this in the past, is I'm going to take pictures of my Apple Watch at the end of my workout with the calories burned, because it's absolutely incredible. You know, I'll walk away typically with 400 to 600 calories burned in that workout in less than an hour, 45, 50 minutes max. Now, another thing about me that I discovered a couple months ago is I took a strengths finder test. And I think number 3 on that list was competition. I'm very competitive. You wouldn't know it from, having a conversation with me. I have a lot of internal competition. In fact, I'm my biggest competitor. I'm always trying to do my best and push myself a little further. So I think that's a good thing. But I do this weird thing in the gym. So don't judge me on this. But I see people around me, the gym rats, so to speak. Is that still a word? Was that from the 80s or 90s? And so I go to the gym and there's these high school and college kids. They're in great shape. They really don't need to work out. I mean, they really should, because you're gonna lose it over time anyway. But they pretty much just sit there on their phone, maybe lift a little bit, and then they look in the mirror and they're looking at themselves and just watching the girls go by. And I have this weird inner competition where I see what they're doing, which is nothing, and I see myself and I'm like, I'm going to make sure I'm working out harder than they are, and I'm going to burn more calories than they are. And so it's a weird kind of thing that I do in my mind, but it's kind of like this great motivation that I have in my mind where I'm competing against other people. They don't know, they don't even care. It would be kind of pointless to compete with them because they'd probably kick my butt. But anyway, maybe that's something that motivates you. I do kind of like when the gym is pretty empty and there's no distractions, but when I see people just kind of looking at themselves in the mirror, it makes me want to work out harder. And now I talked about stress as well. I really don't get stressed easily, but when I do, I have the best workouts and I leave the gym pretty much de-stressed. I think that's a word, de-stressed. Feeling a lot better. So, and I talked about it being an addiction or a habit, but there really is some addictive qualities. And I don't really know, is it dopamine? I don't know what chemicals are released when you work out, when fitness is involved. But something is certainly released in your body and it just makes you feel so much better. And it really can get addictive. And I think that's actually a good addiction. Now, anything can actually become bad addiction where it's pulling you away from work or family or responsibilities. But for me, I know I can get this done quickly and I love the feeling. And if I don't go, I kind of feel like that shame and that guilt. I said in another video recently that I'm reading through Atomic Habits right now. I'm about halfway through that book. And so I don't really know how all the habits work at this point, but I do know that I'm building and have built a really good habit that I don't want to let go of. So what I would love to know is, do you go to the gym already? What kind of workout do you have? Share below in the comments what you do, what's worked for you. Are you able to stick it out? Or if you're going to give this a try, and let me know over a month, over a couple months if it's working. And I think what I'm going to try to do, if I remember, you can send me a reminder, is maybe in about 3 months, I'll give you an update and let you know if I'm still doing this. We'll kind of have a little bit of accountability going on. So I hope you found this beneficial. It certainly is a great way to feel better, to remove stress from your life, and certainly to feel more confident. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Please make sure if you found this video helpful to like it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider that. It goes a long way. And then you can see my follow-up in about 3 months and see if I'm sticking with it as well. See you guys.